Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me. I have something super exciting to share with you today. I got a Dreambox, and I couldn't be more excited and more thrilled with how this has turned out. I have a little bit of a backstory, and I'll get into that a little bit later in the video about my thoughts on getting the scrap box. But I am beyond thrilled with how it turned out. I am shocked at how much it holds, and it is the perfect fit for my craft room. So I'm going to move my chair out of the way real quickly and show you just what exactly this is all about. If you're not familiar with the Dreambox, it is a crafter's dream. It holds everything, and it looks like there's not a lot to it, but look at this. It just keeps on opening. So what was very important to me when I was trying to decide how to set up my room was I wanted something that was not only aesthetically pleasing, but I really wanted something functional. I didn't want something that I was just going to stage and make it look pretty, and it didn't really hold all of my craft supplies. So a friend of mine, my friend Terry, she actually has two Dreamboxes, and she said, "Lorrie, you're going to be shocked at how much it would hold. I really think it would be a fit for your craft room." So after going back and forth several times, I decided to give it a try, and I tell you what, I have so much stuff in here. I have cleared up so much space in my craft room, and I still, as you can see, have empty bins, and I purposely made sure that I would be able to do that because as crafters, you know, next week we're going to be into something else and buying more supplies, and I wanted to have room to grow with this. So the way I set mine up is this whole side is set up for my sewing station. So everything in here is related to sewing, which is a big part of what I'm crafting these days. This middle part has things that I wanted to store, but I don't necessarily need right at my fingertips, because when you're working here, it's a little bit harder to grab that. If I'm over here sewing, everything I need to sew is right here at my fingertips, and I can reach it. I'll get into what exactly is inside of these compartments in just a little bit. And then I set this side up to be just general crafting. These are the things that take up so much space, or did take up so much space in my room. You know, your glitters and your spray paints and your adhesives and your scissors, and again, there's more adhesives and paints and alcohol inks and markers and just the things that every crafter needs that you don't want to get rid of because they are things that you use and tools that you use in your regular everyday crafting, but you have no place to put them. I mean, they take up a lot of room. So that's what I set up this side to be. And then underneath here, I don't know if you can see it, I have my Cricuts, my Silhouette, my Easy Presses, where they're easily accessible. I can just bring them up on the table. I have my sewing machines here. I can just simply pull it out, and if I want to sew, if I don't, I have this whole craft area. Now, you might think, well, that's going to be kind of hard to get things out from underneath, but all you do is lift this up. If I need to grab something, and I can easily reach under it, but I can easily reach under there, get what I need, and put the table back down. Not only that, I can also undo this. Put the legs up. Let me do it this way. And if I am going to be doing something else in my room, like embroidery, which I have set up on the Dream Cart, which I'll show you in another video, I can easily close this up all the way. I can easily close this all up, and it is just a beautiful piece of furniture. Now you can see I added my name on the top. That was just a little personalization that I did. It doesn't come that way. But again, this is just too fantastic for what I needed it for. And my intentions is to keep the setup this is how I intend to leave the Dreambox most of the time. I like the fact that this middle part is aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't look overly messy. I like the panels, and now I just put removable wallpaper on the front panels, and I will probably leave these closed when I'm not working. So like I said, I have a backstory about the Dreambox, and I wanted to share it with you because I think a lot of people may feel or may be feeling the same way that I did. So full disclosure, back in November, Create Room reached out to me and asked me if they could send me a Dreambox in exchange for a video, and I was of course very excited. I had been planning to have my house painted and have the floors redone throughout the house. And I thought, well, if I'm going to get that, I'm going to go ahead and get this room painted because I'm going to have to redo the entire room. So let's just get the floors done, get the house painted, and then I'll do it. So we kind of set it up tentatively for December. Well, by the time I got all of the stuff out of my room, I was just absolutely overwhelmed with how much stuff I had. And I thought, you know, this is a really big piece of furniture, and if I put this in here and it doesn't hold very much, I'm not going to have enough room because I'm going to have to clear this space out and find places for all the things that don't fit. So I backed out in December. I got the house painted, I got my room done, and I thought this just isn't going to be a fit for my craft room. It's just going to take up too much space and it's not going to hold enough. So fast forward, I thought, I still wanted to redo my craft room. I was still looking for solutions. What I was really trying to do was take my time, assess my supplies, and find furniture to fit my supplies instead of finding furniture and then figuring out how to fit my supplies in it. So I was really trying to take my time and figure out what I wanted to do for my craft room as far as storage solutions and my furniture, because I did want all new furniture in here, as I have just had a hodgepodge of pieces that I have collected. Again, when things don't fit, I would just go buy another plastic container, fill it up, shove it in some corner, shove it under a desk, whatever. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to make sure whatever piece of furniture I put in here, or whatever pieces of furniture I put in here, was going to be a solution to the supplies that I have. So again, fast forward, I was still thinking about it, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then March happened, COVID-19 happened, and really I just didn't think about it anymore because I couldn't go out looking at furniture. I couldn't go check out different solutions. So meanwhile, my friend Terry, who I spoke about earlier, has 2 Dreamboxes. She actually has bought 3, but she just got rid of one black one and got another white one. But she has a beautiful craft room, and she has been telling me all along that, Lorrie, the Dreambox is what you need. It's going to be the solution to your problem. So I reached back out to my contact at Dreambox, and I said, hey, can we maybe try this, again? I think it's going to be a solution for my craft room now, and I think it's going to work, and I've got the room painted, I have everything organized. So they decided, they agreed and went ahead and sent me the Dreambox. Now I did pay extra to have the Dreambox assembled, and I'll talk about that in a second. And I did buy some extra totes, and I did buy some extra accessories. But the basic Dreambox they did send to me for free. So I just want to have full disclosure on that. This is an expensive investment, but for the amount of space that it freed up, for the amount of organization that it gave me, and for the just the time saving of having everything at my fingertips. I had my sewing stuff in 3 different containers. I had 2 Alex carts and then another cart that had sewing notions in it. All of that's in one spot now. So I'm not sewing for 2 minutes, getting up, going to get different thread, getting up, going to get this, getting up to go get that, going over here to use my serger, going over here to use the sewing machine. I'm saving myself so much time, and that alone, in my opinion, would be worth it. And I'm considering buying a second one to redo another corner in my craft room that's right behind the screen. So that is the backstory, is that I was afraid that, one, it was not going to be functional. It was not going to hold what I needed it to hold. And honestly, I'm trying to find stuff to put in it so I don't have those empty bins. But I do want to have room to grow, and I do have room to grow. I'm shocked how much it holds. I'm shocked that, I mean, I like this setup where I can just close those bins. I'm not a person that likes mess. I don't like clutter. I don't like everything out where I can see it. When I'm not in it, you know, when I'm crafting, my table looks like it exploded. And that's what I like. I can sit, I can open it up, everything's there, but then when I'm done, I can just close those panels and everything looks nice and neat again. My craft room, for those of you who followed me any length of time, you know this used to be a formal living room in my house, and my front door is right there. So when you come in my front door, there's an office on one side of the door, and on this side of the door is my craft room. So I want it to look neat when I'm not using it. So if somebody comes here, it doesn't look like a mess. That's what I love about this. It's pretty, but it's very, very functional. And I love that about that. Now, I mentioned that I also got the Dream Cart, which I really want to share with you. I've turned that into an embroidery station, and I love it. I really want to maybe get another one of those as well. Has very similar storage solutions on the bottom of it, but it's not nearly this big. It's on rollers. I can roll it out, and I will be sharing that in a upcoming video very soon. So now I'm going to switch over to show you some real footage of what is actually in the Dreambox so that you can see how much these hold, because just looking at it, you have no idea how much it holds. That was part of my apprehension on getting one. I just thought that there's no way that's going to hold what I need. And I was able to get rid of 9 of the fabric cubes, the 12 by 12 fabric cubes. I got rid of 9 of those. That's all in there. So I was able to put everything that's in those drawers of this unit into the Dreambox. This entire thing is empty now, and I'm going to be using it with my sublimation and iron-on. I just haven't reorganized it, but all of these drawers are absolutely empty. I also have another one right here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more drawers. Another unit right here. You can't really see it. I'll show you in the other footage in a minute. But so 1, 2, 3 units I got rid of totally. 9 cubes. 9 cubes. I got rid of a bookshelf. I got rid of a 3-drawer unit over here, which I will show you in a second. So let me show you what's exactly in mine, and I'm sure this is going to be a thing that changes over time. As my crafting changes, I can switch things out, I can move drawers around, I can rearrange it to fit my needs, and that's what I really, really love about this. So let's get over to the drawers. So let me show you exactly what's in a few of these bins, just to give you an idea of how much they hold. This is my serger thread, and again, my serger's right here. So if I'm serging and I need to switch things out, I easily have access to my threads. You can see I have plenty of room here for some more threads, and this was in one of those fabric bins, and it was absolutely full to the top because they were all just thrown in there. You can't really stack them, and because I can stand them up, I have a ton of room, and I can adjust these shelves so that they can stand up and be easily seen. This one has all of my different fabric adhesives. So you can see I have a big fan of the Elmer's glue sticks for sewing, but I have a lot of those. I have my fabric fuse, my fabric tack, all different kinds of adhesive, my tapes, everything that I use for adhesive when I'm sewing. This one has all of my cam snaps and extra snaps, as well as my tools. Lots of room in there. And this one has various rulers, quilting rulers that I use when sewing. This one just has some odds and ends. This one has different stabilizers. This one again has some more rulers and also the leg or the knee lift for my sewing machine. This one, which I very strategically put the things that when I'm sitting here are going to be right here where I need them. So this one is all of my notions. I have some extra clips, my tags I have, and these inserts also came with my package that I got with the Dreambox. So this insert you can add to these bends and it makes everything very organizable or more organized. This one has my sewing feet, bodkins, some more sewing feet. This is my walking feet. Everything that I'm going to need when I'm sewing. And then this is my Bernina accessories that goes just with my Bernina machine. I have all of that right here. I get into that on a regular basis. This one again has bobbins, tags, and just some general odds and ends. I have extra threads in here. I also have a thread rack on my wall. So those are just extra threads. This one just has a little bit of everything in it. I've got my binding tools and some extra accessories in there. And then this one is all pre-wound bobbins. So just to give you an idea of how much stuff you can hold in there. And again, this took up 2 of those 5-drawer units that I showed you earlier. Now this is the part that really shocked me. This small skinny area holds so much stuff. So like here, I have all of my clips. Here I have my seam rippers and my sewing notion tools, thread snips, my all kinds of things. These are just my sewing scissors, some thread scissors, and these are just sewing scissors so I don't accidentally grab the wrong ones. My crafting scissors are over there. These are just some tube turners. This is mask making stuff. These are extra rotary cutters. These are the tools and extra sewing feet that I have from my various sewing machines. These are actually some clamps that I have for sewing projects. Again, this is just stuff that takes up so much room. These are extra blades for my rotary cutters. I have one that just has needles. These are all extra sewing needles. Just stuff that takes up so much room that you need at your fingertips. On this middle part, I have, these are my elastic from, we're all making masks. So I have my elastics here. I also have some fold over elastic here. These are fabric straps or strips that I have been saving for my fabric ropes that I've made. I have a video on that. But just these 2 are empty, so I've got room to grow there. This one's almost empty. I have just I actually have my readers. Does anybody else have a pile of readers? This one has some fabric. This one has just paint brushes, sponge brushes that I use in everyday crafting. These are all of my, I love this. These also have dividers that you can put in them. So in this section and this section, I have just my Cricut markers. This one has Sharpies and other types of markers. And this one has, these are just general pens and writing tools. These are my brush markers for calligraphy, and this section is my Stampin' Up markers. So again, just these were taking up 2 cubes because I had everything still in the packaging. I was able to get rid of the packaging. I was able to still keep it organized, and that alone took up 2 cubes, just my markers. So let's move to the other side. So let's talk about this side a little bit. Again, this is just my general crafting tools and supplies. These are not things that I maybe use every single day, but I use them enough that I want them to be organized, and I had them in 3 and 4 and 5 different cubes, different drawers, and I was able to consolidate everything and see what I really have. And there's things that I have bought that I already had because I didn't know where they were. So as I've gone through the cubes and cleaning things out, I was able to consolidate everything into one place. So again, I'm just shocked at how much this little tiny area holds. I thought when I first got this, I didn't think this was a very good use of this little space, but I can't believe how much stuff I get in here. So just things like this, you know, you buy these, and I had them in 3 different places. So I've got them all in one place. I know where they are. They're right there. I have my pom-pom makers. I have all of my glue sticks. I have different tools like your pokey tools, your picks, your weeding tools, things like that. I also have one that just has water brushes. This one has my glitters. This one has all of my paint markers, which were taking up a cube because they were in a box. And these containers, which also came with my package, I have various bag making things. Like these are my zipper pull clips. These are slider rings. These are rotating lobster clasps, things that you use all the time, D-rings. So I really love these small containers for keeping all of my bag making supplies down there. So I also wanted to share this with you. When I got the Dreambox and the Dream Cart, it all came in this crate, which is very big. It's delivered on a semi, so if you get one, make sure that you're aware of that. They do call you ahead of time so you know when it's coming. But I just wanted you to see just how big this thing is, and it is so cool the way it's packed. Also, everything is packaged really well. I paid to have mine pre-assembled, so all we had to do was hook the 2 doors on to the main system in the middle. But everything is labeled very, very clearly. Every screw has its own separate bag. It tells you exactly where it goes. Everything is written out for you in a PDF that they send with it, a printed PDF of instructions. Very, very well written instructions. We did have to assemble the Dream Cart, and we had absolutely no problem with that. I also wanted to share these pictures of my craft room prior to the Dreambox, just to give you an idea of the size of my island and all of that stuff that is there in the side. That was all reduced by half. My island's only half that big now, and I'm actually going to get a new island now that I know what I need for the rest of my room to finish it out. So I am overall thrilled with the Dreambox. I am surprised at how thrilled I am with the Dreambox. I have a coupon code for you if you're interested. It will give you $100 off a Dreambox. My code is Lorrie, L-O-R-R-I-E. And if you use the link below, it is an affiliate link, but it's no cost to you, and I appreciate it if you use that. I genuinely love the Dreambox. I have always told you I will never, ever share something on my channel that I don't believe in and that I don't like. And this is something that I am really, really surprised how much I like it, and I can't wait to share the Dream Cart with you. So again, the coupon code is Lorrie. That'll save you $100 off any furniture purchase at Create Room, and the affiliate link is in the description below the video. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, never stop making. See you guys. Bye-bye.